Hey! Hi! How you doing? This is the Gamertron and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. You know, whenever someone mentions cool and creative characters from video games, I immediately think to the video game Evolve. You guys know I love Evolve. From the setting to the gameplay to the graphics to, of course, the characters. Which is what I want to talk about today. Because while I have played a few video games with a variety of playable characters, unique playable characters, Evolve is a video game I think really stresses, and in a sense, shows off character dynamics. Video game character dynamics. What I mean by that is, characters that are constructed in a way to play, not only differently from one another, but in a way that benefits, supports, bounces off one another as well, on top of enabling and disabling certain advantages and disadvantages. In Evolve, we have the playable humanoid hunter characters, and the playable alien monster characters. There are 25 different playable characters in total, and all of them play differently from one another. They all have different means of attack, special abilities, statistics, ways to combo their attacks and abilities for maximum effectiveness. And while other video games do contain these aspects similar to Evolve, with different unique playable characters working off of each other and comboing certain abilities, such as Rainbow Six Siege and its operators, Team Fortress 2 and its playable characters, Warframe and its different Warframes. But in my opinion and from my perspective, Evolve's character dynamics are far more noticeable, and far more of a prominent feature in the game, I find. Allow me to provide a few examples. With the medic class in Evolve, all the different medic characters perform their medical duties in a variety of different ways. For instance, the character Lazarus. Outside of his healing burst ability, which all the medics have, it's the standard generic medic ability. Outside of that, he has no other way of directly healing the team. Lazarus can only be a really effective medic once his teammates actually die, because once they die, he can raise them back from the dead at full health, which is very different to a medic like Slim, who, in order to consistently heal the team, needs to consistently deal damage to the monster, which again is very different to a medic like, say, Emmett, whom, in order to properly heal his team, has to place deployables around the area, and his teammates actually have to make an effort to get near those deployables. I mean, look at all that variation, look at all the strategy and tactics that can emerge from which medic is chosen in a match of Evolve. It changes everything. It changes how the medic needs to react to the team, and how the team needs to react to the medic, and how the monster character needs to react to the medic. However, it goes deeper than this. It goes deeper than a different class having multiple subclasses within that class, and those characters in that one class playing completely differently to how you expect that class to play. There's also the different character abilities that support and directly flow with one another. For instance, Trapper character Maggie can set deployable harpoon traps, while the support character Bucket can deploy turrets. And these two characters, using both of their deployables, can lay a trap for the monster. Monster comes around a corner, the harpoon traps trap him, while all the turrets open fire, not only dealing damage to the monster, slowing down the monster, but alerting the team to where the monster is. It fell into the trap. And then there's the playable monster characters themselves. And while the monster characters don't work on a team, the monster character is strictly solo play. Each of the 5 different monsters, including their variations, play completely different from one another, promote different playstyles, and have different abilities that you can combo to effectively disrupt and damage the hunters. For instance, the monster Gorgon, that bug-eyed bitch, is all about poison, 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 and damage over time. Combining abilities like Web Snare and Acid Spit can just wreck an entire team of hunters, especially if you use the environment to your advantage. Lure them down a corridor, a tunnel, where there's not too much space to move around. Use Acid Spit. Poison the hunters with that AoE damage, then shoot out a web snare, and snag the entire team in a web snare, not only slowing them down, but doing even more poison damage and stacking that poison damage you did from the Acid Spit with the web snare. And then we have a monster like Behemoth, who is a pure and utter tank, but who has abilities that aren't really all that tank-like. The majority of Behemoth's abilities are focused on separating the hunter teams, singling them out, so that they can't support one another or get damaged in the process. Lava Bomb, Tongue Grab, and Rockwall all support this. And comboing all these abilities together can disorient and separate a team of hunters. If they're grouped up as a team, you throw a lava bomb at them. Once they've spread out a little, you use Tongue Grab and grab a single hunter, bring them directly towards you, and straight afterwards use a rock wall so his team can't come support him, and you can take on that hunter and basically wreck them one-on-one. Now, with all these things I have talked about, with the hunters, with their abilities, with the monsters and their abilities, doesn't this sound dynamic and versatile as all hell? Well, that's because it is. And that's why I love Evolve so much. Because the character dynamics in this game are beyond noticeable, they're integral. They're the centerpiece of the game. I can't say the same for Rainbow Six Siege. I can't say the same for Team Fortress 2. While character dynamics certainly play a role in those games, absolutely, they don't stick out as much as in Evolve. Playing as a hunter in Evolve, it's about the team, it's about the teamwork, it's about the team dynamic of the different character dynamics, playing and working together with one another. While as the monster, it's about using your own options at your disposal and how you can counter and engage the hunter team with them. That's one of the simply amazing things about this game and about video games in general. When you take a closer look at these games, when you really examine and analyze them, you see all the incredible moving parts working together to form something that, quite frankly, years and years ago, we may have never thought possible. A whole new way to think, to strategize, to play games. Video gaming in general has been on a roll with characters, with playable characters in these multiplayer-esque games. More and more games are implementing unique, colorful, playable characters. From Warframe to Rainbow Six Siege to Call of Duty Black Ops 3, surprisingly, to the upcoming games Battleborn and Overwatch, and even further upcoming games like Paragon, Gigantic, and Lawbreakers. All of these video games, including Evolve, are really based around character dynamics and having these unique characters, these one-of-a-kind characters, not only varying in the gameplay, but also in design, but also in personality, but also in story and lore. With Evolve's characters, we've got scientists, bounty hunters, robots, lizard monsters, squid monsters, rock monsters, and bug monsters. A colorful cast of characters that adds so much more to the game than just good looks. And so if you are looking for a video game with dynamic character dynamics, I would recommend you look no further than Evolve. However, what are your thoughts, feelings, and opinions? Let me know in the comment section below. I love reading comments. I get nearly enough comments. Please leave a comment. If you like the video in any way, shape, or form, please hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved in the video if you hit the like button. If you want to support me and this video, then please share this video on social media, Twitter and Facebook. And if you want to support and help me out directly, then please pledge and become a patron on my Patreon. Anyways, guys, that's been a video, and I will see you all later.